A post-Erica project to restore Douglas Charles Airport to wrap up by mid-2016. A community leader from Silver Lake charged in connection with an illegal gun and drug raid. And Portsmouth MP welcomes 200-room luxury beach resort and spa. I am Iduna John Baptist with the Channel 5 News. Details after this. First up, a June month-end completion date predicted for a post-Storm Erica renovation project ongoing at the Douglas Charles Airport. The country's main airport suffered damage in excess of 41 million EC dollars due to the August 2015 tropical storm Erica. The airport's apron, taxiway, airstrip, access roads, equipment stored in the airport's building, and fencing were battered by flooding from Melville Hall River. Head of the Air and Seaports Authority says rehabilitation works are in progress.
Jack Gadakan is the contractor on site, and they work there. They're supposed to reinstate the taxiways that were damaged, the apron that was damaged, that is where all the aircrafts park. They're supposed to also be doing the shoulders of the runway, which they're working on now. And then the river wall that was broken to the air side, on the public side of the river, that is supposed to be reinstated. They also had the fencing work, which was it's ongoing. A considerable amount of fencing has been replaced. A $30 million contract that has been put in together for the airport reconstruction works. All that work is to be completed by June 30th.
Since Tropical Storm Erica, service by American cargo airline Amerijet has been put off. The Florida-based shipping company operates all jet cargo services to the Caribbean.
Amerijet is delayed for entry into Dominica because of the reconstruction works, because of the size of the aircraft. Yes, they can land, but the apron is not repaired so that they could actually work there. So it will be delayed until the end of the program, which hopefully by the end of June. We would want to ensure that we can meet the deadlines, and a lot of pressure is being brought to bear to ensure that those deadlines are met.
A community leader has been charged in connection with illegal guns and drugs which police discovered at the Silver Lake Public Convenience Building last month. Esther Bello, chairperson of the Silver Lake Development Committee, appeared at court on Thursday on charges of possession of ammunition, cocaine, cannabis, and prohibited weapons. She was granted bail in the sum of $60,000. The February 20th police operation recovered the most significant firearm and ammunition cache seized by police so far for the year. The discovery included an AK-47 rifle, Uzi submachine gun, 9mm pistols, $57,000 worth of cocaine and cannabis valued at $4,500. Actually, in December, Bello was among Silver Lake residents who were enraged about a police raid of one of the homes in that community, questioning the police methods in the process. In other major developments, MP for Portsmouth, Ian Douglas, welcomes a plan for a 200-room luxury resort on Picard's Coconut Beach. The Silver Beach Resort and Spa Dominica project will occupy 12 acres of land. Its development will be funded through the Citizenship by Investment program.
We are happy because they are local developers, and we need more hotel rooms, like we've always said in Dominica. Not only just hotel rooms, but export-ready rooms, rooms that can compete with our competitors, our neighbors to our south and our north in Dominica. So we're very happy for the announcement of that development. And that development is also driven by the Economic Citizenship Program. That's why we continue, the Prime Minister himself continues to go out there and market the country and get investors who will come in and invest in projects like the Silver Beach Hotel project. We believe and it is hoped that the Economic Citizenship Program will drive the Silver Beach development.
According to the company's website, the development offers investors two types of ownership. One can either buy a specific unit, in which case he will receive a certificate of title to it, or one can buy a share or fraction of a group of properties within the development. What is not clear is why Silver Beach is advertising on its website that the resort is already up and running. On the homepage of the website, it reads, I quote, Located on what is unarguably one of the best beaches on Dominica's serene Caribbean coast, Silver Beach Resort is conceived as a fusion of exquisite luxury and service in a Caribbean nature island setting. A combination of location, luxury, exceptional service and sensitivity to the environment makes Silver Beach a valuable and socially discerning financial investment. End quote. Meantime, at Douglas Bay, the site has been cleared completely in preparation to build the Cabritz Resort Kempinski. This is the first government-approved real estate project under the CBI program, whereby investors can obtain citizenship by purchasing a share in the development for $200,000 in a limited partnership structure. Designs for that 101-room luxury hotel are being finalized.
The developers are finishing things like the drawings and finishing the designs for the decor. What color paint, what color tiles they will use, that sort of thing on the hotel before actually starting construction itself. In short supply, we should see the actual work begin on that project.
In more news, the Sexual Offences Legislation Review Committee says it's a no-go for any legalizing of consensual buggery in Dominica. Here's Andrea Louis with the details.
On 26 June 2015, the United States Supreme Court ruled in favor of same-sex marriage across all 50 states of the United States of America. Minority Rights Dominica, Meridom, which seeks to represent people in the Dominican community who, due to their natural orientation, are denied their human rights, saw this as a move in the right direction. The minority rights group further went on to say that CARICOM heads of government should pay greater attention to the ruling of the United States Supreme Court. However, this CARICOM country's head of government doesn't seem to be leaning towards that concept anytime soon. Chairman of the Sexual Offences Legislation Review Committee says while the issue of legalizing consensual buggery was discussed with stakeholders, it was discarded.
Buggery, reality. Although there were certain submissions, vis-a-vis, I almost said it, freeing up, but that's not the way to look at it. It's a matter of legalizing consensual buggery among others. One of the stakeholders did submit that, but I'm being honest. The committee did not recommend that to government.
Harris says there was an amendment to the penalty associated with buggery.
In fact, there were a few cases when we talked to Justice Thomas and others, and the DPP, that showed you that even when sometimes, let's say you have a minor who would be 17 abusing another one who may be 10 or 11, the kind of brutality and heinous type of buggery that went on, in some of the cases we realized that the penalty was just too low vis-a-vis an aspect of that particular section 16, so we also amended that.
School children from around the island are getting set to compete in the National Math Power Contest later this month.
This is among the many initiatives to increase the academic performance of pupils and students in the field of mathematics. The Chief Education Officer says the ministry has already seen improvements in the area of mathematics through the Math Power Contest and other programs.
For example, in 2015 at Grade 2 National Assessment, we saw an increase of about 5 percentage points, while at Grade 4, we saw an increase of about 9 percentage points. Also, at the 2015 CXC exams, we saw an increase of about 8 percentage points from the previous year. We continue to look for ways to close the gaps and to have bigger increases. But overall, we are pleased to present this report card as we continue the task of getting at least the majority of our students to perform successfully in mathematics. We will keep working with our school staff to explore the strategies and the methodologies that actually work.
The Math Power Contest, officially launched on Friday, is sponsored by the National Bank of Dominica to the tune of $50,000.
Learning math forces one to think logically and to improve problem-solving skills. So in a nutshell, mathematics teaches life skills. NBD has prioritized the development of youth in our society as part of our corporate social responsibility. We have been pleased with the level of participation from the schools and have noted the steady improvement in the quality of the output.
School children were urged to change their mindset towards mathematics to help improve their performance.
Presently, our society is one where a great number of persons have created a mental block to mathematics. So you hear words such as, I am not mathematically inclined, or math is not for me, I will never get it. We have to stop that. Just as literacy is important for everyday independent living, so is mathematics.
You're watching Channel 5 News. Coming up, the latest in a high-profile sexual offense case. Stay with us. Welcome back. The Honorable Prime Minister and Minister for Finance has approved $1.6 million for road rehabilitation works from Castle Comfort into Girardel-Egliston. During a meeting with the Girardel-Egliston Village Council on Thursday, Mr. Skerritt presented $80,000 to the group to help with the council's immediate needs. A High Court judge Friday granted judicial review to a high-profile individual charged with indecent assault on an underage girl. The matter is set for judicial review in April 2016. The individual, through his lawyers, asked the magistrate not to read the charge since they were filing for judicial review. Also in court, 71-year-old Vivian Nichols, who pleaded guilty to 2 counts of sexual intercourse with a minor, has been jailed. The incident happened in July 2013 when Nichols was 68 years old. The child then was 8 years old. Nichols was charged with burglary and unlawful sexual intercourse. While he has no previous convictions, the judge labeled his actions abhorrent and cruel and said the sentence must send a clear message. He sentenced him to 10 years on each count to run concurrently. An education officer is expressing disappointment with children's performance in the field of numeracy. On Friday, the Ministry of Education and National Bank of Dominica launched the biennial Math Power Contest. However, Learning Support Advisor for Mathematics says more work can be done to improve the performance of students in the field of mathematics.
We at the Ministry of Education have seen gradual increases in the overall performance of mathematics, both at the primary and secondary levels. But we are not at a point where we are satisfied. This means we have a lot of grounds to cover still. So all of us must work together to ensure that we reach the national standard established by the Ministry of Education.
Though the ministry continues to grapple with underperformance in mathematics, attaining high achievements is a realistic goal.
We must continue to work persistently to get there. We want to position our students to be successful citizens, and therefore a good grasp of mathematical concepts is fundamental. We must therefore ensure that our students are prepared to keep pace with the development of knowledge so that our country can in turn benefit from highly skilled human capital.
The ministry is placing special focus on schools where performance in mathematics is below average.
One of the ways that we are doing this is by ensuring that our teachers are equipped to deliver mathematics effectively. Furthermore, we recently completed a numeracy consultancy which involved the training of grade 2 teachers. And already this has resulted in improved performance at the grade 2 and grade 4 national assessments.
Several other initiatives are on the cards to continue to raise the level of performance in the area of mathematics.
At the Ministry of Education level, we have undertaken many initiatives to drive the process forward, which includes facilitating teaching and training workshops, demonstration of best practices, the production of the mathematical table, or the C that you know, the provision of teaching materials, doing constant observations and supervision of math lessons. There are many more initiatives to come in the near future.
Still on the education scene, students involved in TVET programs are encouraging others to follow suit, saying they can reap bigger profits in their careers. They participated in a student forum during a technical and vocational education and training event targeting support from the private sector. An agriculture technology student of Dominica State College shared experiences from the TVET courses.
As I know that skill work brings development and sustainability to economies, so I would urge young people to be into a technical field. It's not all about theoretical work or office work per se, but more people is having to technical work because the world has a large market for technicians per se. So I would advise people to go into that.
The Northeast Comprehensive School is among 4 secondary schools where TVET is being piloted locally.
I'm in the Agri CVQ, Agri session, where they teach us different ways in which we can grow plants and animals at Northeast Comprehensive. We have given a first test in managing how we manage our tools and get things organized before going to the garden. And next test on how we go about in moving in the garden.
The formalization of Dominica's creative industries sector is being seen as a way to help grow the economy. That's among the intentions of a 3-day audiovisual workshop. Individuals from around the region are meeting in Dominica to help chart the way forward for the creative industry.
The creative industries plays an important part, a very important part nowadays, recognized more and more. And we at the CBU strive to, what we say, formalize the sector so the impact can be measured, quantified, and really described and integrated fully, mainstreamed, as we say, when we talk about the statistics for economic growth and development in the region. It is no longer a side thing, a marginalized thing. It is something that we recognize drives and has a very, very significant impact in our region, and we want to harness that energy and highlight it, showcase it as we talk about development in sectors.
The workshop is also focusing on strategies for developing content for local and regional distribution.
One of the main challenges that we all face as producers, writers, and directors is that of financing and distribution of films and television projects. So a key focus of this workshop will deal with financing, really exploring a wide range of possibilities, from co-productions to licensing agreements, to what's available through the EPA, partnerships with distributors, to branded entertainment deals. We're going to look at everything and a lot of alternatives because we hope to develop a new model for financing, producing, and distributing content regionally and internationally.
Officials say though the creative industries may be an underdeveloped sector, the region needs to realize its full potential.
The sector is a multi-billion-dollar one globally, responsible for creating millions of jobs and contributing significantly to gross domestic product across the globe. But it is largely still underdeveloped in most of our economies. This workshop is therefore a continuation of those efforts at ensuring that the creative industries sector becomes a main pillar of our emerging economy and an important element in the integration of our people, society, and economy. Our expectations is that the sector can be a major contributor to wealth generation and job creation. The tremendous and vibrant culture of these islands provide us with the possibilities to seriously utilize the many talents and skills to create products and services that are world-class and important to keep the culture and traditions alive.
And over $40,000 have been contributed to Dominica's post-Erica recovery efforts. Recently, 2 Moravian ministers from the Eastern West Indies province visited Dominica and made a sizable financial contribution to the Methodist Church's disaster relief account.
The concern and alarm that we've shared as a result of Tropical Storm Erica continue to be a part of our pain and concern for the rebuilding effort in Dominica. We have been able to pull together some $40,000 to contribute to your continued effort here. And the check is made out to the Methodist Church disaster relief account, $40,325.24.
The Moravian and Methodist churches have been working together in various sectors for several years.
As a Moravian church, we had been very concerned from the very first day when we realized what was happening here. We mobilized our churches, and lots of supplies have come to Dominica from St. Kitts and Antigua via all those containers that would have come. We have come because we are concerned and we want to help. We wanted to be here, we wanted to see some of the areas with our own eyes. Because when I go back, I want to report to our members.
Food, clothes and water, among other items, had been distributed by the Methodist Church. The church now plans to enter phase 2 of its relief efforts.
It would include minor repairs to homes and dwelling places that have been affected. It will also include offering those persons in the business sector, small business, who would have been affected in one way or another to get back on their feet. It will also include providing furnishing items so that homes can be rehabilitated and refitted. And then there would be assistance to the farmers, helping them to get back on their feet, the fisher folks.
That's news. Sports highlights next with Kenny Williams.
Hello everyone, and here are your sports highlights. First up in sports, 5 local playing fields to benefit from solar lighting systems over a 4-month period. The initiative was made possible through the collaborative efforts of the Dominica National Lotteries Commission and Solaris Energy Company. 24 fields in total are expected to benefit from the initiative.
Today we will be signing the agreement for the first 5 of the 24 playing fields, and it is my hope that as soon as we complete the first 5, that we will continue in that incremental way to address the other playing fields. For us this morning, we will be signing for one number T-ball playing field, where we will be spending in excess of $30,000. For Vacas playing field, we'll be spending $46,200. Jolly John playing field will be spending $38,500. The Lapland playing field, $61,600. The Grand Bay playing field is $61,600.
Charles says the investment in those playing fields is important since there is a need to have young people stay active in sports.
It brings to total in EC $749,592.71 that will be spent on the 5 playing fields. And it speaks to the importance that government places on the playing fields, making those facilities available for the development of our young people and for the promotion of good health and all other benefits that can be derived from our engagement in sports and other physical activities.
On to football now. The curtain will come down on the Division 1 League this weekend when Petro Caribbean Point Michelle and RIC Kensborough go head-to-head at the stadium. Here is Gerald George with the details.
The Dominica Football Association will this weekend host the grand finals of the Division 1 League. That's on Sunday when Petro Caribbean Point Michelle takes on RIC Kensborough at the Windsor Park Stadium from 6 p.m. Both teams have already been assured of being promoted to the Premier League in the new season, but what is at stake is the championship trophy and the prize money. Meanwhile, the third place match between RC Doctors and Wacky Rollers will be played at the Newtown playing field on Saturday from 5 p.m. The winner of this match will also be promoted to the Premier League in the new season.
In basketball, Thursday's edition of the Sports Division organized Secondary Schools Basketball League had 2 games played. At the Dominica Grammar School Hardcourt, State College and St. Mary's Academy boys met up for play. St. Mary's defeated Dominica State College 72-66 in double overtime. Cassian Jules scored 27 points for SMA. And over at Benjamin's Park, the Portsmouth Secondary and Northeast Comprehensive Boys Schools contended for the win. PSS held on to a lead of 53, while NECS scored 49. Dante Xavier scored 23 for PSS. On the volleyball scene, Sunday marks the opening of the National Volleyball Championship, where the competing teams will get a chance to showcase their talent at the Massac Hard Court. President of the Dominica Volleyball Association, Albert Loblack, says he is hoping to draft some players from the competition to the under-23 team.
We're looking to see if we can get some young players as well, because there's some youth competitions in the region that we would like to take part in. For instance, the under-23, I really want to get a team out there in that competition this year.
Loblack says he has his eyes on the male teams to gain selection.
I think, especially in the men, we have some young talented guys, and we can do very well if we really get them to train. And that's another story by itself, because to get them to train is a huge course, because the talent is basically based out of town, in Marigot, in Portsmouth, and so on. And to get them to come and train, it's really costing us a lot. So if we can do it get it done, then I think we can have a very good under-23 team, because yes, we have a lot of talent, especially in the male.
Despite challenges, Loblack says the league will begin as planned.
We needed to get additional lighting, because some of the lighting wasn't adequate and one was not working. So we did get some assistance from the DOC. Unfortunately, it's not going to be here on island in time. So we sought the assistance of Petro-Caribbean, who's going to assist us with one of the Skyhawks, the portable lights, to help us. And also we had the walls on the seaside and the airport side, it's low. So we had to order a net. We're going to be erecting a barrier net all along, so to prevent the balls from going over and so on.
Still in sports, the 2016 Big Edge Financial Express Netball League will continue Sunday with 2 Division 1 matches on the cards. All netball action will be diverted to Portsmouth when Cocoa Town Cafe Portsmouth Secondary School takes on Northern Contractors Limited Portsmouth Secondary at 3 p.m. Following them will be a game between Portsmouth Breakers and the New India Assurance Celtics at 4:30 p.m. The league continues at the Dominica Grammar School Hard Court Wednesday between 2 First Division teams, Jazz and Spartans. Starting time is 4:30 p.m. In more weekend sports, the Augustus Gregoire Cricket League will take a break on Saturday to facilitate Dominica Cricket Umpires Association's annual general meeting. All matters pertaining to the affairs of cricket umpiring will be discussed, and members of the association are expected to be in attendance. Meantime, on Sunday, the league will continue in full swing at 3 venues. At the Botanic Gardens, Summit will take on Police Sports Club. Starlights and Sagicor Somerset will stir up some excitement at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium, and the Benjamin's Park will feature a match between Dubla United Stars and Nagico Northern Stars. The matches are expected to begin at 10 a.m. That's all the sports for now. I am Kenny Williams. Have a great weekend.
The weather report is next. Good evening and welcome to tonight's weather broadcast. I am your presenter, Annie Carrette Joseph. We start off by taking a look at some earlier satellite imagery and what it showed convection associated with the trough system currently affecting the region. Visible satellite imagery showed cloudiness with embedded thunderstorm cells, and this resulted in mostly cloudy skies during the afternoon. Radar imagery indicated pockets of moderate to heavy showers and isolated thunderstorm across the area. Conditions for tonight: cloudy to overcast with scattered moderate to heavy showers and possible isolated thunderstorms. Some breezy conditions can be expected. Persons in areas prone to flooding, landslides, and falling rocks are advised to exercise some caution. Tomorrow, as the day progresses, a gradual improvement in conditions can be expected. Sea conditions: moderate to rough in open water with waves peaking near 10 feet. A small craft warning is in effect. Therefore, small craft operators and sea bathers are advised to exercise some caution. Seas are expected to improve by Sunday. Some improvement in conditions can be expected by Sunday. However, as we move into Monday, an increase in cloudiness and shower activity can
can be expected. A trough system will maintain partly cloudy to cloudy skies with some scattered showers and some possible isolated thunderstorm mainly during the morning across the region. On the international scene, clear skies in New York and Beijing, cloudy skies in Miami, and partly cloudy conditions in London and Caracas. The sun will rise tomorrow at 6:15 a.m. and set at 6:15 p.m. For updated information, visit our website at weather.gov.dm or call the weather hotline at 447-5555. Thank you for viewing and join us next time. Good night.
To end the news, the headlines again. A post-Erica project to restore Douglas Charles Airport to wrap up by mid-2016. A community leader from Silver Lake charged in connection with an illegal gun and drug raid. And Portsmouth MP welcomes 200-room luxury beach resort and spa. Feel free to contact us at news@marpin2k4.com. You can also access our past newscasts on our YouTube channel. On behalf of the production team, I am Idona Jean-Baptiste, and to our viewers around the world, thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.